I was driving my daughter in the car the other day, and all of a sudden she said, "Hey, Mom, do you remember when?" And she told me this hilarious story about her sister. And I sat there and thought, I actually don't. And I had to tell her I actually have zero recollection of that story. And it made me really sad. And then a couple of days later, I was thinking about my son, who's taller than me now. And I was thinking about how fast it goes. And I was thinking about the memories. And I realized that I actually don't remember. As I watched him walk across the kitchen, I realized I don't remember his first steps. My first child, I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember what she was wearing. I remember where it was. I remember catching her and how excited I was. But with my fourth, I don't remember it at all. And for a long time, I thought that was just mom brain. Maybe I'm getting old. I don't know. But what actually is happening is something that for years, I didn't even know I was doing. Here's what I didn't understand back then. I thought it was postpartum. I thought I was just tired. I thought it's because I had too much going on. Chalk it up to mom brain. But what I didn't know was happening is that my brain wasn't broken. It just had failed to log the memories in the first place. So there's a lot of science that shows that when our brain is busy doing something else, that it can't actually log the memories. So let me explain what I was doing. When I was trying to manage all the kids and all the things, I was stressed. My cortisol levels were really high. But not only that, I was trying so hard to be the perfect mom. I was trying to do all of the right things. And so when my son was taking those first steps, when all of those memories were being made, I was in the room, but my attention wasn't. My attention was on things like, okay, I need to be calm. I need to have the right response. Oh, he's doing this. What is the correct way to respond? How does a good parent handle this? I was trying to do all of those things and manage my own reaction. And not only that, life was hard and I was tired. And so I spent a lot of time in fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. And because of that, my cortisol levels were high. And studies consistently show that when your cortisol levels are high, when your nervous system is in that state of fight or flight, you don't actually have the ability to log memories well. So it's not that something was wrong with my brain, it's that the memories never actually made it there in the first place. This has a name. It's called masking. And there's real science behind why it stills memories and not just moments. When you're managing your face, when you're managing your reaction, when you're managing how you feel and trying not to lose it, then all of your bandwidth is going towards that effort. And so there's none left for actually making sure those memories get filed in your memory. And here's the part that changed everything for me. The solution isn't just managing it better. It's not being calmer. It's not trying not to mask, because that is another mask. What it is it's being okay with feeling the feelings. When I was at that stage, I thought that I needed to always be a calm, kind, patient mom. That was my job. But what I know now is that all of those efforts to push down that irritation, to push down that frustration, were causing the mask. And that is what caused me to not be in the room when I was in the room. I was there, but I wasn't present. And so the memories never got logged. And so I can try as hard as I want, but it's not that my brain's broken. It's not that I can't remember the memories. It's that the memories never got saved. It wasn't until I stopped being afraid that those feelings would make me a bad mom, or they would break me, or they would break my kids, that I was actually able to be truly calm and not just pretend, that I was actually able to be in the room presently so I can remember those memories. Now, am I perfect? Absolutely not. But it is something I have been actively working on for a few years, because I want to not only be in the room, but I also want to remember what happened in the room. So here's the one thing I want you to try this week. Next time you feel that feeling rising up in you, especially when you're with your kids. Maybe it's frustration, maybe it's irritation. Instead of just trying to shove it down and be that calm mom, name it. Say, I'm really feeling frustrated right now. And recognize that what you're doing is not letting go of being a good mom. It's actually showing your kids what being a good mom looks like, because our kids mirror everything we do. They learn how to manage their emotions by watching us. So if they spend their years growing up watching us suppress and push down and try to pretend we don't feel what we feel, then they learn to do the same thing. They learn to mask. They learn to pretend they're okay when they're really not. And that takes a massive toll on their nervous system, a massive toll on everything, including the memories that they are creating now. And naming the feeling is not a weakness. It's actually what calms your body down. When you name it, you also tame it, and it helps it not just build up pressure inside of you. And when your kids see you do it, you're teaching them that it's safe, that it's okay to feel emotions, and you're helping them to do that instead of masking the way you did. But I have to be honest with you about something. Naming it only works if you're not already flooded. If you're in a place where you're already in fight, flight, freeze, fawn, you don't have access to the words. And so that connection doesn't really work. You're in survival mode, not in connection mode. So in July, I'm doing a free challenge called More Mom, Less Mask. It's 3 days, 30 minutes a day, completely free. We're going to be going back to the beginning of why you even started wearing that mask in the first place and do the real work of getting your nervous system back to calm so you can not only be in the room, but remember what actually happened years from now when your kids tell you, hey, mom, remember when? We're going to walk you through getting your body out of that constant elevated cortisol state so that that is actually possible. Not just for you to know how it works, but to actually make it happen, for you to actually do it. You're not broken. You were never broken. You're just so busy doing the right things that your brain wasn't able to be present in the room. And that starts changing now. Find your center so your kids can find theirs. I'll see you in the next one.